Hey everyone, it's Jimmy Regal here. Welcome to The Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind. This is the Game of the Year edition, which you can play on Series X because it's available. That usually you can get there, and it's like the original Xbox One version that's backwards compatible. So that's cool. No settings here, just credits. I gotta get to the options later once I'm in the game. See, it's the Xbox. It shows the old Xbox controller. This is the Game of the Year edition, which means it has everything. The Underking. There's a reference to the Underking. Story setup.
They have taken you from the Imperial City's prison, first by carriage and now by boat. To the east, to Morrowind. Fear not, for I am watchful. You have been chosen.
Who are you?
Wake up. We're here. Why are you shaking? Are you okay? Wake up. Stand up. There you go. You were dreaming. What's your name?
My name is 6969. No. I don't know. I haven't even thought about how I'm gonna make this character. Um. 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 Hmm. Yeah. Okay. Um. Uh. Uh. Jimith. I hate that. That's a terrible name. A male or female character? I don't really know. I don't. I don't think it makes much difference. I don't think there's really any real changes to how it plays. Um, don't know. Mm, Thaden.
Well, not even last night's storm could wake you. I heard them say we
Jerub.
reached Morrowind. I'm sure they'll let us go.
Nope, wrong button. Voices are up. Music up a little bit. Trolls. Menu. I think it's still okay. Up this up maybe a little bit, maybe a little more sensitive.
Quiet. Here comes This is where you get off. Come with me.
Use thumbstick, yeah. Well, I can't really interact with anything here, I think. Not allowed to do things. Yeah, don't let me do anything. I don't even have the UI yet.
Get yourself up on deck and let's keep this as civil as possible.
What the hatch, yeah.
This is where they want you. Head down to the dock and I'll show you to the census office.
That's a familiar voice. That guy's been doing voice acting for Bethesda games for a while now, huh?
You finally arrived, but our records don't show from where.
Argonian. This is the first game where a lot of the typical lore and things that we know Bethesda for now was fully established properly. I think it's even more. I think it's even right around when like the separation of man and mer being like the humans and elves was established. The beast races like the Argonians and Khajiits were properly made to what they are. Before, I think the Khajiits were just like sort of cat-like humans. I mean, they're still cat-like humans, but more human than cat, as opposed to what they are. We know for now. I think it was sort of same with the Argonians, a little bit more lizard-like, but orcs were just generic bad guys, as most things were. Look at this man. Face. A black button, which is yeah. It's a bit weird. The what was on the black button on the original one is on the right side. It's on the right B button. And then the white button, which is but they're like on the left and right in this one. Like in the weird placement. Look at that, man. Kind of like that face, man. Just do like a Nord. Is that, or is that too boring? Imperial. I think it was the first one where Imperials were playable. Is that right? I don't remember. So like at least in the arena they weren't, because the concept of an Imperial being a separate race wasn't a thing yet. Because I think in the original sort of early lore, the Imperial Providence, which would be known as Cyrodiil later, was just like a center area that was just sort of like a conglomeration of all the other areas. So it was a particular race from that area, but because it did change later on. Orcs. Specials. Resist magic. Berserk. Red guard. You're all bald. Oh, there's hair. Rickers obviously sort of like the cross between like wow, that's a weird hairline, buddy. It's like the cross between like a like black, sort of like a black kind of, and like a little bit sort of Arabian. Some of their architecture and stuff is a little more Arabian style, like old school, like, you know, Aladdin type of, like from the deserts. So. Wood elf. Them cheekbones. Cut diamonds with those cheekbones. Them eyebrows. Yes. Whoa. Why does he have like horns? That's a wild hairstyle. That's a big ears. I like the big ears. They kind of did away with the bigger ears like that. And why does this one have like horns? orcs. Okay. Yeets. Night Eye. I have night. I have fear. I got some different abilities. Imperials. Star of the West. Voice of the Emperor. Sure. Those are the kind of guy that thinks his farts don't smell or something. Like, yes, I'm better than you. Oh, he's a high elf, right? It's high elf, obviously. They're all like that. It's kind of the high elves thing. You heard of the high elves? What a stupid line that is. As if like high elves are like where? Dark elves. Morrowind is like that's the province of the dark elves where they come from. The majority of this game takes place in Vardenfell, which is an island, which makes up like half of the Morrowind area. But Boretin, which are, I believe, from what I remember reading in the lore, there's actually sort of actually a crossbreed between like humans and high elves or something, a little bit. That's why they're supposed to be better with magic. They're like from the northwestern area of Tamriel. I don't know. Argonians. Much where there's like a longer faces than like later ones that they would do in like Oblivion or Skyrim. I think the Skyrim style is more of like the official kind of proper look for them, I think. Because then they did the remaster for Oblivion, they actually kind of made, I guess, them look more like that. Also, a weird thing is because in the lore, have a weird thing where like they explain like why they sometimes look different by like them being born looking slightly different, having a little different sort of form depending on the phases of the moon, which is weird that they did that for Gajit. The Argonians have the same thing, and they didn't explain it for them, creating the lore for that. Because in the lore, supposedly you can have Gajit that look even more human-like, and then some that basically just look like a cat but can talk or something, like a regular house cat. It's kind of ridiculous. There's a lot of things in the Elder Scrolls lore that don't correspond really to the actual what you actually see in game. Is kind of annoying, really, because like a lot of cities are supposed to be like really big, like massive, and like nothing. You know, I don't know. Maybe someday when Elder Scrolls 6 happens, whenever that's going to happen. Don't know. I want to be. Fire. Resist fire. Ancestor Guardian. Destruction spells and short blades. The rest of them are kind of just average. Wow. Gajit's just kind of middle of the road with everything. Like just kind of like relatively decent with everything. Like it's just 5 points, but then like acrobatics is like 15. It's like makes sense, I guess. The cat. Well, Orc got some high stats and some of the brute stuff. They're kind of the big strong guys, obviously. But elves are good at sneaking. You know what? Let me find a not terrible face. Well, still, what do be, male or female? Female faces look like they're better looking. So that one with the black eyes, it's real kind of creepy looking. You can kind of see the polygons a little bit with the way the lighting is. Just preset faces you can't like pick. You can't like change the settings. Oh, that's some hair. That's some very 2000s hair. Ew. It was like a carpet. Once you can't even change the hair color. If you like got a hairstyle you like, you can't change the color. Resist disease. That might be helpful. Beast tongue. Marksman. Light armor. Acrobatics. Alchemy. I'm going to go with this.
Great. I'm sure you'll fit right in. Follow me up to the office and they'll finish your release.
It's kind of interesting now to think about it, actually. I just realized you can pick your name first, and then you decide what your character is going to be. What your character's going to look like.
Yes, we've been expecting you. You'll have to be recorded before you're officially released. There are a few ways we can do this, and the choice is yours.
Answer his questions. Generates class. Give him the info. Pick from class list. Fill out form yourself. Custom create.
On a clear
Answer questions.
day, you chance upon a strange animal, its leg trapped in a hunter's claw snare. Judging from the bleeding, it will not survive long. What do you do?
Use herbs from your pack. Use herbs from your pack to put it to sleep. Draw your dagger mercifully into. Do not major. Why?
One summer afternoon, your father gives you a choice of chores. What would you rather do?
Go catch fish in the stream. Herbs for your mother who is preparing dinner. Work in the forge with him casting iron. List of chores. Either not do anything or do a couple different things that help. Be helpful. Big X.
Your cousin has given you a very embarrassing nickname, and even worse, likes to call you it in front of your friends. You have asked him to stop, but he finds
this is a familiar
it very
one.
amusing to watch you blush. What do you do?
This is a kind of they've had this similar kind of thing in Elder Scrolls games since the first one. The Arena has a kind of thing like this. Daggerfall has one like this. This one has this kind of thing. I think I don't remember what Oblivion has. Oblivion has something you can like. I think it's a similar kind of thing. You can like I don't know, but obviously this other thing is also very similar to what the Fallout games from 3 and on to Bethesda made that has a similar kind of thing. Especially this question right here is a very similar question to what is in thing. It's like in that's like the goat test, Beat up cousin, then tell him that if he ever calls the nickname again, bloody worse than that. Or next time, make up a story about a nickname, badge of honor, make up an even more embarrassing X.
There is a lot of heated discussion at the local tavern over a group of people called telepaths.
Oh, telepaths.
They've been hired by certain city-state kings. Rumor has it these telepaths read a person's mind and tell their lord whether a follower is telling the truth or not. You believe what?
In those times, is this evil? It is a terrible practice. A person thought or his own king has the right. Loyal followers of the king have nothing to fear from telepaths. Method to find assassins or spies. That's a pretty interesting question. It's like I do kind of feel like it's the kind of thing where like if like police are like trying to find somebody that they know did something bad, and they want to like I don't know like check your car, see if you have a car that like you're driving a car that like matches the description of one they're looking for, like similar, and you're like you gotta give me a look at your car, like you technically have the right to say no, but if you're not the person, you got nothing wrong, nothing hide, like why not just let them and get it over with? So I'll say, hey,
your mother sends you to the market with a list of goods to buy.
Yummy.
After you finish, you find that by mistake a shopkeeper has given you too much money back in exchange for one of the items. What do you do?
Vacation money, no, shop. No. Decide to put extra money in good use and purchase items that will help your family. Return to the store and give the shopkeeper his. Yeah, A.
While in a marketplace,
I'm a good
you
boy, I
witness
guess.
a thief cut a purse from a noble. Even as he does so, the noble notices and calls for the city guards. In his haste to get away, the thief drops the purse near you. Surprisingly, no one seems to notice the bag of coins at your feet. What do you do?
First of all, I just have the thought that thief was a pretty bad thief if he did it all that trouble to cut that purse off and run away with it and then drop it. And I noticed, like, big bag up and signal to the guard, honorable thing to do. Bag there, no, pick up my pocket. Why?
Your father sends you on a task which you loathe, cleaning the stables.
Ew.
On the way there, pitchfork in hand, you run into your friend from the homestead near your own. He offers to do it for you, in return for a future favor of his choosing. What do you do?
And help knowing that two people can do it. Decline offer knowing no other except you to do it. Accept his offer. And why?
Your mother asks you to help fix the stove. While you're working, a very hot pipe slips its moorings and falls towards her. What do you do?
See between the pipe and your mother. Grab the hot pipe. Push your mother out of the way. Why? I guess it's best.
While in town, the baker gives you a sweet roll.
Oh, somebody steal it?
Take it into an alley
Your
to
sweet
enjoy,
roll.
only to be intercepted by a gang of 3 other kids your age. The leader demands the sweet roll, or else he and his friends will beat you and take it.
Your sweet roll now without arguing. No, later. and you will be, you will have friends. Now this reroll and step on fight. Act like you're going to give him this reroll, but at the last minute throw it in the air, hoping that they pay attention to long enough for you to get a shot in later. I guess A sounds like the smartest way,
Entering
because
town,
they're all
you
going to
find
lead
that
to some sort of
you are
fighting.
witness to a very well-dressed man running from a crowd. He screams to you for help. The crowd behind him seems very angry. What do you do?
Rush to the towns, aid immediately, like of knowledge and stands. Rush to the man. I'm gonna say A. Not my business. Oh, that's fine. I was just thinking, how long is this? Your personality and past reflect a healer.
Very good. The letter that preceded you mentioned you were born under a certain sign. And what would that be?
Branches extra. There's a bunch of these. Look at this. For personality, for endurance. It's fire. Weakness of fire 100%. Wow. It's quite a detriment thing, huh? Or is that an ability? Well, use that on other people, make them 100% susceptible to fire. Okay. Spells Blood of the North. Restores health 2 points for 30 seconds on self. Okay. Rallies for 60 seconds on target. Wow. Damage fatigue. Wow. Verify agility. Fortify magic. Some of these only have like a little bit of things. Some have like a lot of it. Like, look at this one. Spells turn undead. Turn undead 100 points for 30 seconds. Turn undead 100 points for 30 seconds. What? Oh, one's target, one's touch, right? Target means you shoot it out. Touch means you have to be close up to touch them. Gotcha. So two different versions of the same thing. Restore health 100 points. So that's power, which means only you be used once a day, I think. Poison on touch. Damage health 1 point, 30 seconds. Oneself. Oh, I use that. It only gives me like 3 points of damage for 30 seconds when I touch somebody with it. But it also does 1 point of damage to me for 30 seconds. It's weird. Invisibility for 60 seconds. That's it. Fortify speed. Sanctify for 10 points. I don't know what that means. This has got a lot of stuff going on. Open 50 points on touch. Oh. Detect animal 200 feet for 30 seconds on self. Wow. Detect enchanted for 60 seconds. Detect heave 200 feet 60 seconds. Wow. Take a good one for like a thief or somebody like sneaks in or something. Beggar's nose. Warrior, fortify attack. music kicking in. Let me see. Feel like let me see. Magicka. It's been like 35 minutes just in the beginning, but it's kind of the thing that takes a while. I didn't even have like real in-depth character customization. I was just babbling while I was on that first screen. Fortify personality. Fortify endurance. This one that sounds the best to me. This one's kind of neat, but I can find spells for this kind of stuff too. Putting 50 points on touch. That one's pretty good though. It's only once a day though. The powers usually are spells we use as long as you have enough power for them. There's magicka. Go for the tower.
Interesting. Now, before I stamp these papers, make sure this information is correct.
What healer? That's my class, healer. Really? That's the class I end up getting. Yeah, I don't know what that even means. Basic class, yes. Just pick one now. Just for. Here's like I now look at these healer specification, magic. Yeah, it's probably a magic. It's like a magic user. I think some of these classes, like rolling this one, they kind of sometimes have classes and make new classes and get rid of some. And I'm pretty sure healer is not a thing in Oblivion. And the number thing is Skyrim, just ridiculous, really. But yeah, I still like Skyrim. There's some things there's definitely things that I could criticize about Skyrim, but I do really like Skyrim though. Pilgrim. Out there, Pilgrim. Witch Hunter. Which one? Thief. Funny that thief is a class. You get trained to being a thief. Doesn't necessarily mean you are a thief or a bad person. It's just you're a thief. That's your class. It's your official designated on the papers class. Spell sword. I usually like the Nightblade. It's actually a pretty good one. And Sneak is one of the major abilities, and I do have a Wood Elf, which it has kind of. Sneak is one of their like specialties. Short blade security, that's lockpicking and stuff. Unarmed. With magic and marksman is a minor. Like a wood elf, so that feels like a fitting one. Assassin, that can also be an official class, which seems funny. I'm gonna go for the Nightblade instead, actually. Race, name. What's my name? What did I call myself? Taden. Maybe a character female, and is Taden a good female name? I'm gonna change it a little bit actually. I'm gonna change it to ship Taylor. Sounds like a better female name. Major skills: mysticism, illusion, alteration, sneak, short blade. Minor skills: light armor, unarmed, destruction, marksman, security. Whoa, a lot of skills in some of those. Look at marksman. Those are pretty high skills. Sneak is on 40. They're probably out of 40 because it's like a wood elf with like the sneak. And the miscellaneous is all the others. Long blade, medium armor. A lot of the other skills. Resist disease, powers, the beast tongue, and the tower key. Spells. These are spells I start with? Yeah. Shield, water walking, chameleon, sanctuary, detect creature, beggar's nose, 30 strength, 40 intelligence, 40 willpower, 50 agility, 60 speed. Pretty quick actually. It's kind of handy in this game because they're actually the character's kind of slow. They start pretty slow at first. 30 endurance, 40 personality, 40 luck. Got 30 points in health, 40 points in magicka, 150 points of fatigue. Oh, I can get extra information if I hold Y. This info button gives me extra information about what these things are. School alteration. Shield 5 points for 30 seconds. Water walking for 60 seconds. I mean, 10%. I'm slightly invisible. Slightly harder to see. Sanctuary illusion. By like, it's illusion. Detect animal 50 to 100 to 150 feet. Nose. Command creature 5 levels for 600 seconds. Resist disease for resist common disease, but 75%. Okay. Okay. Sign B. Yeah. That's not one. Oh, sign. Yeah. Okay. A. Okay. You now have a stat menu. Where you can always view your information. Okay. Press B for the menu.
Show your papers to the captain when you exit to get your release fee.
Take this. Says all the information on the parchment piece of paper. For release by Emperor Uriel Septim VII. Seventh decree to the district of Vardenfell in the province of Morrowind. Taylor, Wood Elf, Nightblade. Signed agent of Seyda Neen, Imperial Census, and Excise. Excise? 16th of Last Seed, 3rd Era, 427. Oh, that's a scroll. Left and right triggers. Okay. You now have an inventory where you can see all your stuff carrying. Like all menus, be the okay. Get your papers. Yeah. There's my menu. There's my character. Magic. Misc. Release information. Oh, yeah. Okay. I need the triggers to go to the next screen. Here's my only. Stats there. Oh. Oh, okay. I don't have any magic yet, so I don't really have a magic menu. There's supposed to be a magic menu then after later. Nice banners. That's a cool looking one.
To the next building and talk to Celes Gravius.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know how to do combat. This was a little bit. Riskar. Don't think I've forgotten our wager. I want this dagger sharp as a scamp's claw by morning. Well, it's mine now. The firmament. It's a book. By Folk. Oh, it's about the signs. Okay. Bottle. I'll leave it. I don't need a bottle. So, like ingredients for potions and things. Bread. Take the bread you can eat. The ingredients. Yeah. Restore fatigue. You like eat ingredients, and I guess you'll get like effects, and then from that you'll like learn some of the effects of the things. Free money. So a little bit annoying. So to use the A button to grab, but I'm also using the control stick to look around. So I'm like, you can take this. Let's equip light source. Okay. That's locked. I can pick that lock, but I don't have a lock pick to pick a lock. Some drinks. Take all the stuff. Now, a map on it. Yeah, okay. Right. I could use the. I don't even know what it's called on the Xbox. The Xbox Series X. It's like the one that's got like a square and like another square behind it. The one with the squares and the one with the one with the three lines. I don't know what these buttons are called because they don't. I don't know what the three lines is called. The options menu. The other one I don't know what it's called. So, because they like. Yep. Magic ring. Belongs to a guy who, who get a sort of request from and wants to get it from you, but it's kind of useful, so best just kind of just keep it. Maybe later on, once you get better and you don't that the use of that thing is not so good anymore, you could call talk to the captain. Okay. All right. That's when that voice acting was some of the only voice actings in this game. Oblivion was the first one was fully voice acted. This one's partially voice acted with certain things. The rest of it, you got to read all, which is kind of good because then it actually allows them to put more detail into talking. You can see the broad background and Morrowind right here are highlighted, and they're also selected here. Like in PC version, you just click on those and you get more information. So they kind of go through a little more elaborate ways, and so it's kind of good in a lot of ways. All right. Celis Gravius. First, let me take your identification papers. Thank you. Word of your arrival only reached me yesterday. I'm Celis Gravius, but my background is not important. I'm here to help you to Morrowind. Release information. This information has been removed from your inventory. Background. I am sure, or I am Celius Gravius, and the knight errant of the Imperial Legion. Cool. Morrowind. Oh boy. Not that long. Yes, you're in Morrowind. I don't know why you're here, or why you were released from prison and shipped here, but your authorization comes directly from Emperor Uriel Septim VII himself, and I don't know. I'm almost about to run out of time, but is it? And I don't know any more than that. When you leave this office, you are free. You are a free man. I don't think they programmed it to change that depending on if you're a male or female character. Free woman, because I am a female character in this. But before you go, I have instructions on your duties. Instructions from the Emperor. So pay careful attention. Yeah. So it's in this game it's highly implied, I think, that your character is not really a prisoner. That's sort of a cover thing, and you're really more of an agent actually sent here by the Emperor intentionally. Something like that. Emperor Uriel Septim. Yes, Emperor Septim is still the Emperor. According to my instructions, he I had a burp. He personally authorized your release from prison and your delivery here. It's all very mysterious, but that's the way the Empire works. Silence, secrecy. Let not the left hand know what the right hand is doing. I guess sometimes it's gotta be that way. I'm sure he's probably kind of paranoid from from back in the day. I don't know how long time it is between Arena and this one, but in Arena, the whole major story is that his personal Imperial battle mage, who was sort of one of his people, used dark magic to imprison him into the realm of oblivion. And I think later on, it was then established in later games that it was the the same oblivion from from Elder Scrolls Oblivion, Scrolls 4. He was trapped in there for I think officially it's 10 years that the whole game takes place across the entirety of Tamriel for 10 years, and Jagar Tharn was disguised as the Emperor for all that time. So I'm sure he's probably very paranoid and probably works very secretly like that. The Empire. Yes, of course, this is the Empire. This is Vardenfell district. This is Vardenfell district of the province of Morrowind, and in Morrowind has been part of the Empire for over 400 years. The current emperor is Uriel Septim, 24th of the Septim line. Why is he 7 then? I mean, there's other Septims. He's the 4th one named Uriel. That's what it is. There's also like Tiber Septim and other Septims. You haven't been in prison that long, have you? Nothing wrong with your head, is there? The man said you were acting a little strange when you acting a little strange when they brought you in from the ship. When acting The man said you were acting a little strange when they brought you from the ship. I think there's a typo in this 40-year-old game. 40-year-old game? When this game come out? I think this game came out 1999 or something? 2000? 2001? Around that time? Well, not 40, 20 something. I recently my birthday. I'm 40 now. So 40 years ago it would have been 1986, which is definitely not how old this game is. A 20-something-year-old game, 26-something-year-old game. Typo right there. Anyway, some more topics. Morrowind. We talk about Morrowind. That's not a new topic. The Empire, Uriel Septim. Okay, they're just highlighted. There's no new things. Duties. I don't know why duties is in lowercase. Maybe that's also a typo. No, there's other things that are in lowercase. No, I guess the other ones are proper names. The ones that are capitalized are proper names. And the ones that are not proper names are lowercases. Okay. This package came with news of your arrival. You are to take it to Caius Cosades. That's it. Reading these made up names that Bethesda came up with is hard sometimes. I have a really hard time understanding it. Doing it with Skyrim, where they got these very old Nordic names. Who? Caius Cosades in the town of Balmora. Go to the South Wall Corner Club and ask for Caius Cosades. They'll know where to find him. Serve him as you would serve the Emperor himself. I also have a letter for you and a dispersal to your name. What's a dispersal? I don't know what that word is. Dispersal. Whatever. Caius Cosades. Report to Caius Cosades in Balmora. It's the first time the name wasn't highlighted again in this about Balmora is. Caius Cosades in Balmora. I can't tell you where to find him, but you are to go to the Southwell Corner Club and ask for him. Someone there can direct you to him. Balmora. Oh. Balmora is north of Seyda Neen. The road passes Pela- Pela- Pelagiad, Pelagiad, Pelagiad Village, and Fort Pelagiad. I don't know why those weren't highlighted for new topics, but I guess it don't matter. Crosses a deep ravine past Fort Moonmoth. That's another one. There's several names that I guess are not important. So no one get too crazy with the amount of stuff you could ask about. Fort Moonmoth, then turn west across the Odai River, Odai River into Balmora. The Southwall Corner Club is in southeast Balmora, on the east side of the river. Yeah, that's why it's southeast, because it's the southeast side of. For more detailed directions, talk to Elon, the scout at Uriel's Uriel's trade house here in Seyda Neen. But take my advice. You're new here. Take the Silt Strider to Balmora. Fast, cheap, safe. Cross the bridge. Let's see. Cross the bridge and head east. Can't miss it. Silt Strider. Silt Striders carry passengers and cargo between settlements on Vardenfell. Fares depend on distance to be traveled. Silt Striders are giant insects. A compartment for passengers and cargo is hollowed from the creature's shell. The driver directs the beast by manipulating directly manipulating exposed organs and tissue. What? Silt Striders travel between Alduin, Balmora, Seyda Neen, Suran, Nissus, Mulagmar, Margan, and North Landing near Vivek. The driver directs the beast by directly manipulating exposed organs and tissues. Well, that's weird. Well, that's very weird. Huh. Okay. Everything? My trade? I am a knight errant of the Order of Ebonheart and an imperial ambassador attached to the the census and excises office here in Seyda Neen. Imperial. I'm proud to be an imperial, though our legions and rule for law through our legions of rule. I was reading good for a while. Through our legions and rule of law, we've brought peace and civilization to the provinces of Tamriel. Okay. I think I finally read everything. Yeah, it's everything. There's nothing else to persuade. That's a persuade thing. I don't need to persuade for anything. Okay. We just had a long conversation. You shut up. Press the white button, which is the LB button. To use journal. Yep. Oh, this way. Nope. That's the right one. That's my rest function. That's crouch. Okay. It's a hold. Can I can use the left stick to now. Ba 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 da ba ba. Ba 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 ba. Sometimes it stops. Sometimes it sticks in there. Okay. My character. There's a journal. That's the left stick button. Okay. All right. 16 last seed, day 1. My orders to go. My orders are to go to the town of Balmora in Vardenfell district and report to a man named Cassius Curio to find out where he lives. Report to him to find out where he lives. I should ask in Balmora at the corner club. At the corner club called South Wall. When I find Cassius Curio, I must give him a package of documents and wait for further orders. Okay. Topics. I can do a thing where I can just select alphabet things, find a particular journal entry because it's not like this is how you keep track of your quests. It's not like in some of the other ones like Oblivion or like Skyrim where you have like a specific menu to keep track of the quests. Oh, that's the wrong button. A. Okay, X is raise my weapon, just my fist right now. Y raise my magic, which don't have any selected. I may have that on. Oh, let me see. Magic's R. Okay, magic now. There's my magic now. Beast tongue. It's a power. Can we use once a day, I believe. Doesn't really say we use once a day, but spells. Magic items. There's magic I get from magic items, which I have the engraved ring of healing, which I took from that barrel. There we go. Now I hold that up and I'm like, use the right trigger. I use it. I hit X and I've only swept it out. There's like other things where like when you push it, if you pull them back, it does one thing. If I push it forward, it does it like a stab. Left and right, do swipes. Right to left will swipe. Right doesn't seem to do a different thing. There is an option in the thing to change it to always use best attack. I'm gonna leave it off right now because I'm gonna play a little more authentic with sort of the dice roll hits. I believe this is the guy. Is the guy who is the owner of the ring. But yeah, but we're not gonna talk to him right now. It's been an hour. These episodes are gonna be an hour, but they're only gonna be like once a week. And I gotta keep going playing these. Save the game. New save. I'm gonna do LP space begin. That way I have a labeled very clearly. That's for the LP, for the Let's Play. I'll show you what's about. I'll show you it's about this dagger. I was going to say these fists, but I don't want the fists selected right now. So we got through all that. We finally got out into the world, and we're gonna end this here. So make sure to hit the like button if you enjoyed this, and subscribe so you don't miss out on any videos. Until next time, see you.